It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday, November 21st. Thanks for starting your morning with Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. I am meteorologist Abby Dyer, and it's a whole lot colder out there today than what we're used to so far in the month of November. Cold front came through, happened close to midnight last night, and we are waking up to a gusty wind out of the northwest. Temperatures that are in the upper 30s this morning, and they are not going to move a whole lot for us this afternoon. In fact, I think we're going to stay at about 46 degrees for the high temperature today. Factor in a wind on top of that, gusting to 30 miles an hour. We may feel like we're in the 30s all day long. So big, thick coat if you're heading out today. There's also a small chance that you see a little light rain shower before lunchtime today. The rain chance much, much lower now that the front is through. Lingering light showers are still possible, but I think that wraps up at earliest by midday, and we will see drier skies take place then for the late part of the afternoon. In fact, I can't even rule out some late day sunshine. You might see some of that sun peeking through the clouds as we get closer to sunset tonight, and then sun will be with us in full force again by the time we get to tomorrow. The big headlines, though, include that it's cold and it's windy today. I mean, it's pretty brutal to be outdoors. It's an indoor day in the Ozarks, and that chance for light rain does exist before lunchtime. Kind of nice, though, that we're getting the rain out of the way now, because Wednesday, if you're heading anywhere for Thanksgiving and you're traveling in the car, it's going to be a whole lot nicer in the Midwest tomorrow, and we're getting our rain chances out of the way. I do expect that we see all this activity march east. So it's the East Coast this year that's getting some of the messy weather for Thanksgiving time. We're talking severe weather potential even today, heavy rain for the East Coast. And I expect that we'll have heavy rain and even mixing in with some snow showers as we get closer to Thanksgiving Day for our friends up in the Northeast. So could be a mess up there on Thanksgiving Day. For us today, it's just the cold and the wind that we have to contend with, but sunshine returns for us tomorrow, as I mentioned. And in fact, I have a string of sunny days in my extended forecast. The forecast is going to be nice for Thanksgiving and the weekend following. Another cold front is on the way, so we get kind of this reinforcing shot of cold air by the time we get to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but nothing too cold or too atypical for this time of the year. We're talking 40s and 50s for highs generally. The high temperature today is only 46 degrees, but by Thanksgiving Day, it's looking a little bit better, about 56 degrees on Thanksgiving Day. Lots of sunshine. If you're wanting to head out, throw the football around, I think you'll be just fine to do that here in the Ozarks. It is going to be cloudy out there, especially early on today. We'll keep these kind of low, dreary clouds, light rain chances possible, as I mentioned. I really think that the sunshine returns in full force for us by Wednesday and Thursday. I've even got mostly sunny skies in the forecast for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. However, I mentioned that second cold front. It is going to cool us down for the weekend, and highs will fall back into the mid 40s by the time we get to Friday. And I think they likely stay there for Saturday and Sunday. So if you're delaying your Thanksgiving celebration until the weekend, just know that it's looking a little bit on the cold side as we head closer to the weekend forecast. Around the country, what's making headlines? Well, it's all that active weather for this pre-Thanksgiving travel period for much of the United States. Of course, the Central Plains and the Midwest getting in on the rain activity that we had here in the Ozarks. Now all of that is moving east, and there is a severe weather threat that exists today down in the lower Mississippi Valley and the central Gulf coastal regions. So big heads up for friends and family down there. And then we're talking about that mess heading to the coast and the Northeast as we head closer to Thursday on Thanksgiving Day itself. All right, it is time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister question for this Tuesday morning. I gave you this one yesterday. It's Thanksgiving trivia this week. Timely. Which U.S. president was the first to officially pardon a turkey on Thanksgiving Day? The options were A, Abraham Lincoln, B, John F. Kennedy, C, George H.W. Bush, or D, Bill Clinton. I had Joseph on the podcast yesterday. He guessed A, and I hope you didn't go with him because the answer is actually C. It is George H.W. Bush, a pretty recent tradition started back in 1989 with George H.W. Bush, and each president since has pardoned a turkey, typically televised on Thanksgiving Day. Uh, and that will happen again this year to one lucky turkey. All right, here's the question for tomorrow. This one, the parade. I watch the parade every single year on Thanksgiving morning. Which was the first video game character to appear as a float in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Do you think it was A, Sonic the Hedgehog, B, Super Mario, or C, Crash Bandicoot? Let me know what you think. The odds are pretty good here. Only 3 choices. I will have the answer for you early tomorrow morning on the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Stay warm today. It is going to be a chilly one out there. High temperature 46, northwest wind gusting to 30. Ugh, just not too nice to be outdoors today, but I've got better forecasts in the future. Have a great day, and I will chat with you again early tomorrow morning.